It's called corn.
Dead fish, a massive stink.
Ew, stinky.
Is that okay to say? Okay to say?
I'm a human. I'm a human. I'm a ape.
Doubts drops. Doubts drops.
Get up off Twitter.
I like having fun. I like to laugh. I like to meet people who can make me laugh. I like having fun. Yes, I like to laugh. I like having fun to meet people who laugh.
Vic, can you hear me? Hi. I'm calling in from Canada, okay? And I wanted just to let you know that I'm proud of you for the work you're doing on the show, okay?
Well, I'd like to thank you personally from Glendale. Thank you, Tim.
And I'm going to speak to Doug real quick, okay? Doug, can you come here? I want to talk to you privately.
Yes.
Get closer to me. I am so grateful that you are back from your travels of on the sea, in the ocean. Okay?
It's great to hear. I'm glad to be back too.
Can you give me a kiss? I love you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Office Hours. It's me, your host, Tim Heidecker, joining via Zoom. Want to thank Zoom for making this possible. And I'm in Canada, Toronto, Canada. You can see the Sky Tower. Pointless piece of... Thank you.
A little loud.
That symbolizes the Ozempic being shot up around the country. Good morning.
See that. And Doug is back in the studio. We have a new rule. New rule being Doug and I can't be in the same room at the same time. Doesn't work.
This works, though.
Right?
Yeah.
We had a lot of tension last year and it got physical, I'll admit. It did get physical towards the end of last year. And we had a big meeting, all hands on deck. Wes was there and Luke and old interns, Alec. Who else?
We had
whole gang.
We had a big rumble.
Carson flew in.
That's why we had to redo the studio, because we destroyed it with our big.
What was the guy before
with
Matt?
Our melee.
The first producer before Matt. He was there.
Aristotle
came back.
He called the meeting. Yeah.
Some of the former guests came in. We had Alyssa Lamperis come in.
It was nice to see.
Jay Weingarten came in.
On Zoom, Dionne
We
Warwick.
let Jay Weingarten back in. And we said, how the hell are we going to keep doing this show? Because Doug and I can't be in the same room. Because it's just, the chemistry's off. Something about him, something about me, we just do not gel. Creatively, yes. We can gel, but... So the solution was, why don't I go up and live in Canada for the rest of my life? What? I don't know what that has to do with anything. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. He played a drop that was like
It
some
worked
kind
to
of
me.
like,
Yeah.
similar vibe, and I went with it.
100%.
No, this is, of course, me working as a SAG-AFTRA actor.
Well, that's great that you're
It's
getting
part of my
acting
duty.
work That's great that you're getting acting work. I've been trying to get acting work, and I did bring in my new acting reel, which we can show later.
Oh.
I just want to.
We'll show that later in the second half of the show. Doug's got a new acting reel. Moshe Kasher's already been laughing his little silly head off at the show. You can hear his voice.
I have a big
He's having a
boisterous
blast.
laugh. I mean, this is a good podcast. This is a good show. The dynamic
Thank you.
here is like really, the tension's palpable. I fired Doug from a podcast as well.
Oh, well, we could talk about that.
Yeah, so
That's
that
right.
feels good to
Were you
kind
the main firer?
I was desperate.
You're the one.
Desperate to get Doug off the podcast. Yeah.
You had to give the news to him personally?
No, we had an HR person do it.
Oh, that's best. Yeah, that's. I'm planning moves like that. Matt, remind me to get an HR person so we can take care of some things on the when it comes to the main cast.
Above the line, yes, I get it.
But Moshe, we're going to talk about Moshe. Just chill for a second.
All right, I'm
okay?
done. I'm sitting back.
I know. By the way, Moshe, I've already got issues with you because Moshe comes in at 9:59. From what I can tell.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't realize there was a sound check.
You don't realize it's live?
We all can grow and we all can learn.
I'm here. I was on time. That's early. That's 1 minute early.
No, I don't think so. I think the request is 9:45.
You're right. You're right.
Which is generous to be like, get here 15. If you're doing Colbert, which you're not. I don't know why I'm so spicy with everybody this morning. What's going on? I feel like I'm safe.
You kissed Doug
I can say
before
whatever
you
I
started
want.
to fuck him.
Yeah.
No one's coming at me. No one can physically get me.
I'll send Drake and some goons to find you.
No, it's fine. People think I get all bent out. So people were giving me shit last week because this drunk driver called in. Did you see that comment, Matt?
He wasn't driving drunk at the
Someone
at
was
the
mad
time.
about that?
What did you
Yeah,
say?
they thought I was just I was treating him like I was being an asshole with him. And Zach was very compassionate towards him, and so was I thought. But, I was giving him some tough love, maybe. Anyway. Moshe's got a new book out. My goodness, I'm listening to it. Can I be
Are you
honest
really?
with you? Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. That's part of it right there. That's from the audiobook. I did that. I do a lot of sound effects.
With your mouth.
Is there
Very
drops?
good.
You should
There's a
put
lot of
drop.
drops in the audiobook.
You should let us do a drop pass to your next book.
I had Michael Winslow do the audiobook.
DJ Harrison is also going to be joining us. And was that a recommendation from you, Moshe, or is that coming from you, Matt?
It's from Stone's Throw. Our pals at Stone's Throw sent DJ our way, and we said this sounds
But it
great.
seems like it's in the Moshe sphere.
I think he's going to like it. I think he's going to like it.
Yeah.
I do like Stone's Throw. Is it DJ Harrison or the man named DJ and his last name is Harrison?
It's his name. He's not a DJ.
He's not DJ Harrison.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
a
excited.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. He's
Now
going
I'm
to play
excited.
keyboard. Got it set up there.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was well, it was very confusing. I'm a little out of the loop, of course, because I'm up here, but he's setting up his piano. He's going to be playing music, but I just thought he was a DJ, and I really did.
They have,
but I didn't give it much thought. If I gave it any thought, I would have been like, "Well, DJ, what is a DJ going to?" I thought we booked like Tiesto on the show.
That would be such a good booking. I would love that so much. Do you guys follow David Guetta on social media?
No.
He's amazing.
Social media.
Social media. Do you follow in Ibiza, David Guetta? He's trying to solve all of society's woes, one techno track at a time.
Holy cow.
And there's a great video of him on top of a roof going, "This one goes out to the family of George Floyd and everyone's suffering." And then he just starts playing a Martin Luther King track. And then like a year...
I did see that, yeah.
It's a techno track with I Have a Dream over it. And then a year later, he's like, "And now we will solve homophobia. This one goes out to all the gay community." And he plays the exact same Martin Luther King track.
Really? Hey, did you listen to that new what's her name, Kate Hudson song?
Heard about this.
Are you get into the Kate Hudson scene?
She's on Stone's Throw Records as well, right?
She's Melanie Griffith's
Oh.
daughter.
Yeah.
How is
No,
it?
she's
Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn's daughter.
I get those mixed
and
up.
Kurt Russell.
Well, it's
I
got to
like
be
Vic
great
just
then.
jumps in with the wrong answer.
So,
right?
but they were. Yep. I know Miss Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus.
This is like
That
It's
it?
not
this
bad.
is the full AI treatment here. What, you like it, Doug?
Well, you sent that to the thread saying any Kate Hudson heads in here, and I'm like, does Tim like this? And I'm listening to it like, this ain't bad.
I did her
'Cause
podcast.
sometimes Tim has an open mind and he'll listen to something you wouldn't expect.
That's true.
My brother and I did her podcast. She does a podcast with her brother. She was very sweet. It was a great conversation. I didn't know she was a recording artist, but I think
All
she's
right.
great.
Well, we'll just put kid gloves on for the rest of the show.
No, I'm not asking you to censor yourself. I'm just saying she's a close personal friend. I'm a friend of the family.
A dear friend.
Goldie Hawn is my godmother. But say what you need to say.
Now check this out. I was thinking about this. We talk about time, perspective, and this is maybe mostly towards Doug here. But today, it was the anniversary. It was a 20-year anniversary of Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction.
Oh my God. I remember that.
At the Super Bowl. And it's impactful to me because I remember that so well because I was driving across country on my move to Los Angeles during that event. So that makes this my 20-year anniversary in Hollywood.
Is Janet still in prison for
20
that?
years, baby.
Is she still serving time for that?
20 years I've been at the grind. 20 years since I said goodbye to the 9 to 5 and woke up every day to be a creative person. And that's been my life. Let's hear it from me. What about you, Doug?
I'll be celebrating.
You must be 20 plus.
Well, I came out just before you did, but I met you like within a year after I moved out here. So
right.
You and I will be celebrating our 20th.
Let's do it.
I think I'll be at 5 years in a year and a half or so.
Definitely not notable.
Boring.
A couple other things to mention. Vic's got a new guy.
Oh, yes. Sit down.
And we're going to talk about that. And I think, Moshe, you're going to love this guy.
I can't wait.
Vic will post to our text thread and say, there's a new guy that I found a new guy.
I found a new guy.
It's a guy you found online.
Oh yeah, it's a new guy.
A guy
yeah,
that-
like low numbers in the views. I love stuff like that. Like,
Just a man with no views, but you have found
but
him.
I found him. Yeah, he's there.
Hey, maybe we could do a parody of like a girl group thing where it's like, Vic's got a new guy, wonder what he's like.
Hey now, Vic's got a guy.
Maybe somebody out there can make
Yeah.
that for us.
By the end of the show.
Vic's got a new guy, wonder what he's like.
I'm pretty fly.
Have you ever met one of your guys, Vic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few of them. Right here, Sir Anthony is a guy I
I'm tired
collaborate
of
with.
that guy.
I got his wristbands on.
Yeah, he
New video
collaborates
coming
with
out.
these guys.
Oh
too.
yeah,
Next
you start
week.
working with the
Yeah,
guys.
new video
Sucked
dropping
into the
next week.
vortex.
It's gonna be awesome.
Sir Anthony Jeselnik?
No, just Sir,
You discovered
Sir
Anthony Jeselnik?
Yeah, right.
That's
right.
cool.
No, but the big one was I was making videos of this guy giving selfie, style rants. It was Robert Davi from the Goonies.
Oh, cool.
And he reached out to me eventually, and we met up, and he wanted to meet up, and that was that. We settled things.
I discovered Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Whoa.
On the Champs, yeah. Doug was there. I was the first guy ever to kind of see his potential.
Was he on the Champs?
He's an actor.
No, he is an actor now.
At the time he was just a wrestler.
No, he worked at Jamba Juice.
No.
I found that guy. That's my guy.
Come on, man. We're not joking around on
I
this
thought
show.
this was like more of a silly pod.
What are the different kinds of podcasts? Are you doing the rounds?
I am doing the rounds. Yes, I am.
I heard Matt told me a nasty rumor, and I guess we can confirm it. You did the Joe Rogan Experience.
I did do that yesterday. Yes.
You did it. You went down. Oh, look at you.
I don't read.
Yeah, he doesn't read. He didn't read your book.
Did you read my book? Oh yeah, you're audio booking it. Doug, what about you?
What is trending?
He's not reading it.
Doug, will you read my book?
I'm reading your wife's book.
It is
Right.
good. My wife's
And
book
that's
is
a
good.
great. That's hilarious, by the way. Do you guys just?
Well,
sit
let
to-
me ask you.
Do you guys just
is
sit
it
back to?
uncomfortable?
I have a question, real
Is it
quick.
uncomfortable to do Rogan? Like, do you? How do you? Like, do you go back with him or something?
Is it uncomfortable? No. I mean, I'm.
Well, just because he's such a pig, like, so he's such a clearly such a bad guy.
You smoke cigars?
No, I'm just asking honestly because I know you probably disagree with him about so
I'm
many
a
things.
fucking bona fide moron.
I guess I am not of the position that because I disagree with a person, I can't like have a conversation with them.
I agree with him.
Fair enough.
Burger smash
Yeah.
cut's fucking
Fair enough.
hilarious.
But you didn't get into it
Very
with him,
funny,
right? You're not like going on there to
internet
like
videos.
debate.
No. I was there to talk about my book, I guess. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it was nice of him to have me on, and yeah.
Whoa.
And there we go.
All
There
right.
we go. There we go.
All right.
You've been awkward this entire podcast. You know, I mean, there's
I'm done giving you shit about it.
discipline
All right, you've
involved
taken your
in
your
I
licks.
took my licks.
the act of learning.
Yeah.
What about his fans, though?
Where are you?
Shit talk his fans.
Where are you at in the book? That's what I'm curious about.
I'm still. I just finished the first story.
The AA one.
AA.
Oh yeah.
I
read
mean,
that.
listen, it's a miracle you're here. It's a miracle you're.
It's a miracle I got
alive.
here on time for the live podcast
I know.
to begin.
Calm down.
No, I didn't really know that much about your past. I unfortunately didn't read the. I feel like I'm going to go back and read your first book.
Oh, that's
because
nice.
There's so much. I mean, so much of your life seemed to take place before you like were able to drive.
Well,
Jesus.
that is true. I went to like rehab 3 times by the time I turned 15. Somebody actually in the comments yesterday said, "What a BS story! Nobody goes to rehab at 13." Like he had figured out.
They know best.
Well, like they had
I mean,
figured out
know.
the smoking gun, and this whole thing was a lie, and it just took one comment on my Instagram that kind of unraveled the entire
I'm
thing.
drunk. I'm high.
I
enough
read your
of the
first
Rogan
book.
drops.
I read your first book.
We're moved on from that.
I read your first book,
You did?
Kasher in the Rye, of course.
Kasher in the Rye.
Yeah.
I remember
But
once.
how did you get your hands on that much booze at that age?
Well, I was a prolific shoplifter. Well, there's a number of different ways in which we got booze. There was a guy named Little Mikey Rip It Up in Oakland that we used to hang out with, and he was like one of our core friends. And we hung out with him every day, and he was 35, and we were all 13 and 14 years old, and he would
So
go,
this is a cool guy.
he was like a really cool guy. Like we thought. We were like, this guy, Mikey's cool. Like he loves us. And he would go and he would buy liquor for us. He lived above a church on College Avenue in Oakland. And we would hang out in his like little parsonage up on top of the church. And then one day the church found out that we were all there and they called our parents and they were like, you know, Mike has like the mind of a 12-year-old, and he's hanging out with these kids because he wants friends, but you know this is an inappropriate friendship, and it kind of like dissolved the whole thing. So then I had to, which made sense, you know, to us. Like we just thought he was one of us, and in a way, he actually was one of us.
Right.
But we hung out with a lot of people. There was a guy named Leotis who lived in Tilden Park in a tent. And he had I remember he had an ascot, and he would buy us alcohol. And there was a guy named Nate who lived but he went by Frohawk, and he lived in the sewers underneath, like a Ninja Turtle.
Wow.
He lived in the sewers underneath College Avenue in Oakland. I slept actually in the sewers a few nights with Nate.
In the sewers? Like, what do you mean you sleep in the sewer?
What social class were you? Like what
Ninja Turtle.
economic level were you?
I
growing
would
up?
say low. I grew up on welfare. My mother and father are deaf, and so
Right.
we were on welfare on SSI. We were on state disability, and so I would say we were pretty poor, but we had enough. I had enough to buy pizza for the nights in the sewers.
So did you see Gary Goldman's special?
Yeah,
It's good. It's kind of about that a little bit.
Jews on welfare, very rare.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah.
If you can catch us, we'll grant you a wish, but we're very tricky. So that was sort of the beginning of my life. And I was a prolific shoplifter too. But I was also like, my friends would always my friends were awful. My friends were like the worst people at the time. We used to rob from each other. I remember we used to hang out with this kid named Terry. And he was a little bit like upper middle class, and we were all like the kind of, you know, broken toys of Oakland. and we hung out with this kid, and we went to his house one night for a party, and broke into his parents' house and stole their alcohol and like broke a bunch of shit. And he stopped hanging out with us and was like, I don't want to hang out with you guys anymore. And for years we talk about Terry like, what a fucking square Terry is. Like, what a loser. He cut ties with us just because we slashed his parents' tires or whatever it was that we did. Like, meanwhile, Terry went on to like become a veterinarian and get married and have like a great life. And me and all my friends just were like falling into deeper levels of degradation. And a lot of those kids went to prison and stuff. And I went to rehab and I got sober when I was 15.
I remember in college, I think I was with this friend of mine. I won't say who it is, but we were in London and he bought some bad weed from some guy. Like he bought basically oregano, you know?
Oh yeah, I've been there.
And was so pissed and wanted to go back. And he's like, I'm going to go back. I'm going to find this guy and I'm going to fucking get my money back. You know what I mean? He's just like, college kid, not going to be able to do that. And he's like, you got to come with me and back me up. I'm like, I'm not doing any of that. I don't give, that's for you to deal with.
Who was the guy? Who was the drug dealer?
Just some dude in the street. He was just some that was there every day. And my friend was so pissed at me. Come on, man. I thought you had my back. I'm like, I don't want to get involved, right? I'm in a foreign country here. And I don't want to sort of settle a drug deal dispute. It's not like someone's like, fucking with your honor here or someone's like, I just said, let's leave me out. And but the idea of like, I was the friend. I was the opposite of in your story. I was the guy that said, I don't want to have anything to do with you guys.
That's you were smart. I did that, by the way. I've done those forensic when I was young, like fake buds where you'd get. I remember we would get oregano and we would roll it into Elmer's glue and we would get purple thread. We were really artisans. We would get purple thread and lace it onto the oregano bud, and then get a really weed-looking stick and stick it into the bud. And we would. I remember I don't know that this story is true, but it is a true memory. It feels like it was probably an exaggeration because we made these buds and then sold it to this guy who bought it, and he was so desperate to have people think he was cool. He came back and wanted more.
Oh no!
It feels impossible that he even smoked it, right?
It's not pot. It's a clove cigarette.
Moshe, did you do drugs also besides drinking?
Yeah.
Weed?
Yeah.
What'd you get into?
I loved acid. I took acid a lot when I was a very little kid.
So is it possible a lot of these stories are hallucinations?
Yeah, they might be hallucinations.
What do you mean by very little kid?
Oh, I don't mean 6. I mean I started. I think I dropped acid for the first time when I was 12.
Wow.
Which, by the way, is not. It's not the right time to do acid.
I did it when I was 16.
Yeah.
Or 17.
I never did anything cool. Do you ever do anything cool on acid? Like acid stuff, like watch The Wizard of Oz or go to the forest?
Yeah, I watched, definitely did all that. Went to the forest, watch a little 2001 Space Odyssey.
I didn't do anything.
You know what was the best? I'll tell you what was the best.
Yes.
Trampoline, listening to, Axis Bold as Love, if you know that album by Jimi Hendrix. Especially the song Axis Bold as Love. Peaking.
I think I listened to some cool songs, but we would take acid and go to the BART station and just hang out in a parking lot and stare at
that's
tires.
Not good.
No, I want to do it now, but now I'm all sober. Everything's unfair. I've been thinking about this a lot. Kids have baby teeth. Their first 5 years of their life, they have temporary teeth, and then they grow their permanent teeth in. We got to reverse that. We should be born with permanent teeth. Okay, babies would be much less cute because they'd have really big teeth and it would be really scary for a long time.
I'm trying to picture that. It's a little strange.
So kids are born with permanent teeth.
Adult-sized teeth.
Adult-sized teeth. It's harder to love your kid because they look like monsters. Right. But then when they get to be adults, they've got permanent teeth. And then when you get to about 55, your teeth fall out and you grow adult teeth for the final chapter of your life. So you've got really nice, shiny teeth.
I love that.
Well, I have a different perspective. I think we should be continuously growing teeth and then we go and get them shaved
filed
down like our nails.
Like a beaver. Yeah, you got to keep eating, otherwise they'll.
But
like,
sharks just lose them left and right all the time. You know, like, it's fine.
It's my least favorite thing
Yeah,
about
but you
sharks.
don't want to be walking around with like missing teeth in your adulthood.
You don't have to brush them as much.
That's Ferengi style. You know the Ferengis.
fall out.
You know about the Ferengis, fellas?
Is that a Star Trek thing?
Yeah, they're the space Jews. They shave their teeth down for sexual attractiveness to attract mates. They have sharp teeth and they shave them on down.
Holy.
By the way, I was this fake pot stuff reminded me that this is the worst thing one of the worst things I've ever done. Not for money, just for fucking with somebody. In college, we cut up some paper to look like tabs of acid.
Oh yes.
And gave it to some dude that we were fucking with, and
Smoke weed.
said, "This is the good shit, man." And we all pretended we were tripping on acid.
Did he pretend? Did the guy you gave it to say, "I can feel it"?
I think he kind of like played along, and then sort of was like, "I don't know, it's not working for me," you know.
Acid. When's the last time you did acid? Anyone?
Smoke on the air. I don't care.
Is it 1:30 here? I guess if I subtract.
I want to do acid. I haven't.
You never have?
I haven't done it since before college. Since probably. Since
I never have either because I had.
Never
But
have?
I
never have because I had a roommate.
I've done
that
mushrooms. I've done mushrooms since then.
Recently.
Yeah, mushrooms are great.
Recently, yeah.
Oh, you've done mushrooms. Vic.
Yeah, mushrooms.
Mushrooms
yeah,
and
yeah.
acid, I feel, and I
Similar.
know that the hippie community is going to rise up against me for saying what I'm about to say. But mushrooms and acid, it's very similar
Slightly,
experience.
yeah, okay.
Have you done mushrooms, Doug?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
think-
but Moshe, if I could just reel this back in.
No. I want to talk about. Yes, Tim.
If you do when I'm doing mushrooms, and you know, this is veering into Rogan show territory, which I'm trying to avoid, but if you do small doses of mushrooms, it is very different than the acid experience.
Because acid's so powerful.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I suppose if you did tiny doses of acid, that would also maybe be similar to doing tiny doses of mushrooms.
Well, I'm starting a movement, a psychological movement for people to do a very
You're
little
starting
amount.
a psychological movement. Go on.
Yeah, for people to do small amounts of acid in the morning, and I'm calling it tiny dosing.
The pounding.
It's called tiny dosing.
Okay.
I'm trying to spread that.
That should be great.
Well, you know about everybody's microdosing.
Right.
That's a thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
People Silicon Valley CEOs say that they microdose in the morning and it makes them be able to close deals better.
Yeah, it provides energy and focus. They say clarity. Matt, we should take a zoomer here. Make sure we're on the air.
Can't we just
say good morning?
Yeah, let's talk to Nick. Nick at the office.
Build that wall. Build that wall.
Everybody.
Build that wall. Build that wall.
Stop it. Who the hell is this? What is this? My accountant checking in?
It's close.
Let's do my taxes on
I
the
like
air.
how he's at a skyline too. It's like we're all
look at that.
At you know.
Where are you? What city are you?
I'm in Chicago.
Ah, cool.
What do you do for a living? Where, are you at work?
Yeah, I'm a lawyer. I'm representing the white collar crowd.
You represent white collar criminals?
No, the crowd.
The white collar crowd.
There's a long war between the blue collar and the white collar.
Oh
listeners.
yes, Moshe, we have a lot of blue collar workers call in, like people working at we really do at factories and shipping yards and stuff like that, and a lot of warehouses. And the white collar community is getting a little offended because they're like, "Hey, we're here too," but obviously they don't have the kind of idle time that some of these warehouse people have. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's got a reply to this summons coming in. But so what can I do for you up there in Chicago?
So I had this is sort of like an old matter of business, but I had a theory as to why Richard Dreyfuss was slipping out of that chair.
Go ahead.
From a long time ago. And it comes from another Richard D, who we all know, Richard Dunn. There's that episode of Tim and Eric where he has that disease where he needs everyone's bones. They're going to call in and give him their bones. And there's a really funny shot of him sliding down his chair because of his disease.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if Richard Dreyfuss perhaps was suffering from the same affliction.
I mean, you're welcome to wonder that. That's the beauty of the human mind.
You know, I could say this. Richard Dreyfuss, I have another theory, which is I know Richard Dreyfuss to be a joke thief. Like, that's just something that's known in the Hollywood community. Yeah, Richard Dreyfuss.
Like in like interviews and stuff?
Just a famous joke thief. He used to do stand-up. And so I'm thinking maybe he stole the bit from Tim and Eric. Like, he was actually aping the bit. That's something to think about.
There's definitely a couple of different things to think about. And I might not. And I might not, though. Well, thank you for that. I want to turn things to a big breaking news. We have now, Vic has got some footage of one of the great actors, I think, of the 20th century, Mr. Michael Douglas, enjoying some seafood. So let's take a look at Michael Douglas enjoying some seafood.
Oh my God. Okay.
The biggest oyster I have ever seen.
Oh.
Please no.
Oh.
Congratulations. Cheers.
All right. That's the news. That's breaking worldwide.
Didn't he have some issues with his throat a while ago?
It was
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, from eating a bad oyster. I remember that.
Right.
No,
If you know what I mean.
He ate Catherine Zeta-Jones's oyster so long he had some throat.
If you know
It doesn't seem like a good idea for him to be eating that. That's
Oh
all.
man, that was visceral and physically difficult for me to watch.
You could taste it, huh?
Yeah.
Let's do the city of the day real quick.
The city of the day. City of the day.
All right, the city of the day is brought to you by the Groundhog Steak of the Month Club. February 2nd is Groundhog's Day. It's the perfect reminder to join the Groundhog Steak of the Month Club. Housing developers around the country have been building beautiful subdivisions, running groundhogs out of their holes. Our agents have been collecting, clubbing, and artisanally carving up those filthy little whistle pigs for you to enjoy at home. The only shadow our hogs cast will be from the Edison bulb above your sink, your kitchen table. Every month, frozen whole-to-table shanks, steaks, mini ribs, and our popular no-stink bone-in hog knuckle soup will be shipped to your doorstep. We'll even throw in a skull or two at no additional charge. They're great for teething kids to gnaw on. Office Hours listeners get a free 6-pack of hog water made from real groundhog fur rinsings and eyeball pressings. Just go to hogstoheaven.extinct and use the code word Tim. Okay. Now, let me hear this jingle before I drown from my mouth, which is extremely watering.
Groundhog Steak of the Month Club. Groundhog Steak of the Month. Groundhog Steak of the Month Club. Groundhog Steak of the Month. Groundhog Steak of the Month Club.
All right. Doug's so into it.
I made a rave one for Moshe.
This is very ravey.
Let's find out who our city of the day is, Matt.
Zachary, you there?
Yes. This is Zach from last week calling in. Zach from, oh, there he is. Zach with the Tim Heidecker Aquarium Drunkard cap on, which I wore all summer
The Tim
long.
Heidecker edition.
Yeah.
The Tim edition.
Where are you calling from?
I am in Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Tell us something about Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Well, right now, our claim to fame would be we are hosting one of the very few prestigious stops on the joint Kid Rock and small town guy, I can't remember his name, tour.
John Mellencamp?
No, the
Jason
Aldean
Aldean.
guy.
Small town.
Yeah, Jason Aldean. Yeah, the Jason and Aldean.
Small town.
I
The
heard
Jason Aldean Kid Rock embarrassment tour.
Is
will
that
be
one
stopping.
redheaded guy there?
Oh, the
You know what I'm talking about?
wailing to the heavens about the culture war?
Rich men north of Richmond.
That guy, that's who I was thinking it was.
You know, I heard recently that Kid Rock is one of the greatest concert experiences of all time. That he puts on an unbelievable show, and I must say, I do believe that the show is probably good.
Well, it's going to be actually hosted a few miles outside of our town.
Less
at a place
popular bluff.
How are you going to get there?
Unpopular
Well,
bluff.
it's a place called Bricks Off Road. It's for like driving your ATVs around in the mud. So that's where it's going to be. I imagine it'll live up to the Kid Rock, the hype that you're giving.
Are you going to go?
Can you get back to us, Moshe, on where you heard that from?
It
feels like it's coming from like the Kid Rock publicity department.
No, I'm totally serious. And it was not. I was talking to someone about the greatest concerts he'd ever seen, and he said,
"Oh, it's Joe Rogan." That's what you're off the air.
It was not Joe Rogan, and he said, "I have to tell you, this is a little weird, but one of the best live shows I ever saw was Kid Rock." And I actually think you should go, Tim. I think that you should buy him a ticket to go see Kid Rock.
Can't someone say?
They're probably $25. I don't mind doing that.
Decide. Like,
well, Tim, I did see you in St. Louis, so
thank you. That was a great show.
Yeah, that was good.
What's that place called again? The
Pageant.
The Pageant.
I wonder if it's modern day rock or if it's like Woodstock '99 Kid Rock.
Well, wait, Tim, do you think it's a bad concert? Like, obviously the music is not good.
Well, the music is bad.
Obviously,
and then
the
what else
music's
is
bad.
there?
Well, I guess like the performance.
Pyrotechnics.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I could.
Your parents told you that this was the great concert.
Yeah, my mom loved it. She's deaf. My dad loved it. He's been dead since 2001.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Okay.
No,
good one. Doug.
You can say parents.
Well, let's break it down. I mean, the music's no good. The message is terrible. Then you've got video projections, lights, and pyrotechnics, which you can get at a hockey game.
Wait, I would add one more element though, which is
people watching.
Two more. Well, the people watching has got to be fantastic.
Fun, yeah.
But
sure,
musical ability would be something.
What?
I don't know. I'm not defending Kid Rock. I'm saying that's another part of it.
What am I looking at? The guy playing the.
And then performance.
The drums?
The performance itself. Like, I'm not a huge, like, I'm sure you love Kiss. Do you love Kiss, Tim?
No. Hate Kiss.
Do you think it's probably a good concert experience? I'm sure it is.
I would say for maybe like 10 minutes it would be curious to me, but I don't know. I'm more on the line of like the theatrics of live entertainment to me are like, they're very uninteresting to me.
Oh, interesting. I like that. Like I saw Guar.
Okay.
I'm not a big they're like thrash metal, right? I'm not a big thrash metal, but I was like, these guys are great. What a wonderful concert this is.
Sure. That would be an example of someone I saw them years ago. Like, yeah, that's an extreme theatrical. I guess what I mean, like I'm not dissing theatrical productions and live experiences. I just think a lot like Kid Rock or whether it's Kid Rock or Fleetwood Mac or whoever.
Wait, Fleetwood Mac?
There's only so many tools in their toolbox.
You think Fleetwood Mac is
video
bad?
projection? No. Well, first of all, if I'm going to see Fleetwood Mac, what am I seeing? Because you got Lindsey Buckingham out.
Oh, right.
You got Christine McVie dead.
She's not going to be on stage, right? They won't have her.
No, she's with my dad in heaven
those are
right
the
now.
two. Those are the two out of the three primary singer-songwriters of that band. That's like like Ringo touring as the Beatles.
Right.
So get the fuck out of here.
I would love to see Kiss, even though I saw Alice Cooper once in concert, and I went to roll my eyes, and I left like, this guy is a master.
Rocket, man.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's Alice Cooper right there. Alice Cooper's one of the coolest performances I've ever seen. He came
When
down
was this? Like-
he came down a slide with a spider costume on with multiple arms. He's like 85 years old and he's in like full like Norwegian death metal makeup as he comes down the slide. I thought it was so cool.
I hear you. I just don't. I think my reaction to seeing Alice Cooper coming down a slide with the spider costume on would be sort of like, like, I wouldn't be like, what?
I mean, I don't think I was freaking out, but I mean, I'm not saying like I wanted to go buy an Alice Cooper album, but I was glad that I was at the concert. I thought it was fun.
He stole his whole image from Arthur Brown. You know Arthur Brown?
Yeah, God is Hellfire.
Who's Arthur Brown?
All right.
I am the god of
Motion
hellfire.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't.
Okay. All right.
We all steal.
All right.
Who
All right.
cares? Great artists steal, right?
It's true.
What else do we want to get into?
You ever
wanna talk
visit
about
Vic's guy?
You ever been to a rave, Tim?
No, maybe in high school once. I got the hell out of there.
Me
real
and Tim
quick.
and Eric went and we saw DJ Assault once at the
DJ Assault is good.
At the Echo. We danced our ass off.
did?
And Tim was even dancing his ass off.
You
I
danced
don't
to
remember
DJ
that. Doesn't
Assault?
even remember, but I
DJ
remember.
Assault is like very fast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ghetto tech.
Ghetto Tech. There was a DJ called DJ Funk that does. You know DJ Funk? Very filthy rap samples over like really, really fast house and techno, and he was really fun. I saw him once. I was a rave promoter, a rave DJ, an ecstasy dealer, clean and sober ecstasy dealer, all through the early '90s in San Francisco in the warehouse.
That's the prime era.
That was my era.
And your book is about. Might as well tie it in here. It's about your 4 things that the subcultures you got into, right?
Yeah, it was actually it's 6, and I started with AA and rehab and the 12 steps, and when I was like 8 months sober, I realized like I'm 50 and I've got the rest of my life to like find how to have a good time, and I randomly bought a ticket to a rave, and I went to this rave called Cyberfest '95 in Oakland, and I walked in like a wannabe gangster, like a little like teenage derelict, and I walked out like I had a
like a
spiritual,
candy. What do they call it? A candy?
A candy. I did have candy. Okay, not only did I have candy. Candy is.
Did you wear the pacifier? You have the pacifier?
Tim, I'm so glad you brought that up.
You wear the diaper?
That's
all the baby accoutrements.
I was clean and sober. And people have pacifiers at raves for a specific reason, which is that when you take MDMA, it makes you grind your teeth, and so you would suck on a pacifier to avoid grinding your teeth into little rave nubs. But I bought a pacifier because I thought it looked cool. Because I was sober and I didn't need to avoid that. I bought a Tweety Bird pacifier. I used to wear it around my neck with a Muppet Babies shoelace.
Oh man!
I had like I used to put a gorilla hand puppet on and go to raves. I like burned all of my like wannabe gangsta gear, and I went to like Ross and bought like 5 pairs of Jinkos that I would switch out, and I would put the puppet on my hand and a glow stick in the other hand, and I would go dance all night completely sober.
The degree by which we would not have been friends during that period is incalculable.
But here's the thing.
Incalculable.
Well, here's the thing. Speaking of, it actually connects back to whether or not Kid Rock is a good concert experience. There was different things that I was getting out of raving that you didn't need. Because it sounds like you were like a normal person, and when you saw something negative and awful, you walked the other way and said, that's not for me. My whole life was like, my whole childhood life was so filled with negativity and violence and awfulness. That when
I hear you.
When I went to rehab, I got out and I got sober. I like had missed all of the parts of like a regular developmental childhood. I'd missed all the innocent fun parts. That when I went to raves, I got to retry that. I got to inside that scene. I got to like somehow have a second chance at a childhood, even though there were drugs and sex and all that kind of stuff. It was also like innocent and softened me in a way that was necessary for my development and necessary for me to become your friend, Tim.
Did you do the sex part?
And I appreciate that, because I don't want you to. I mean, I know you received what I just said the way it was meant to be received. That it was like, it's nice now that we get along.
No, I mean, I think of it like a pendulum. Like I was on one side of this like life pendulum where I was so damaged and fucked up, and then raves pulled me all the way over to the other side to a degree that was like actually absurd and stupid. And yes, if you had seen me back then, you'd been like, oh my God, this kid looks ridiculous. In order for me to like swing back to the middle in my adult life and be like a regular human being. To me, raves are as like key a psychological component to my development as the 12 steps were, as therapy was, as the podcasting community has been.
Wow.
That last part was really a joke.
Let's take a call. I want to include the audience. Matt, it could be a potheader, it could be a Zoomer, whatever you want.
Knowing your own darkness.
There's a lot
is
of
the
drug
best method
talk.
for
A
dealing
lot
with
of folks
the
have
darkness
drug
of other
talk.
people.
Ronald,
What a
you have
great
some drug
quote.
talk?
Ronald McDonald's on the phone.
Hello, everybody.
Mr. McDonald, big fan.
Oh, could you throw a mask on?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I threw my last one out. I'm trapped at home. Anyway, guys, hi everyone. I like to say.
Are you also behind a?
Yeah, you're like in prison right now.
Window?
Yeah, there's a window here.
Oh my God.
No, but did you hear, dude? The new variant can be spread through Zoom. I swear to God, I didn't make that up.
no.
The CDC just said the new variant is Zoom.
I'm using a VPN, so it's okay.
Okay, good.
Very nice selection of hats, guys. I like the variety of hats. And,
There's so many hats. You don't see me with a hat on, by the way. I'm
Yeah, but your
indoors. I
hair's
don't
so
wear
great,
hats.
Tim.
It's called
Your hair's so
class. It's called. Anyways.
So my question, I work in addictions and mental health as a nurse and inpatient. So I see a lot of stuff to do with drugs. People taking too many drugs, ending up in hospital. Some people can't take drugs, just like some people can't drink because they get depressed, blah, blah, blah. Not to make it serious, but, or get too down. But has anyone had any experience with someone who's taken any substances and you've been worried that they need to go to hospital or that they've ended up in hospital? And this can be, funny stories. Doesn't have to be like sad. Oh, my friend OD'd or something like that.
I'm sure Moshe has plenty.
I have a lot. Beyond just my years in rehab and AA stuff, when I was in the rave world, and actually at Burning Man, that's the third subculture in the book. I worked at Burning Man for 15 years, and I went for the first time in 1996. I have, I think, like a spiritual, like a metaphysical ability to be the designated driver everywhere I am. Like somehow I run into the person that's overdosing I'm always the guy that somehow finds the overdosing person. And I think it's because, I don't really believe in magic in this way, but I do think there's some part of the universe that allows me to be the person that discovers that person because I'm sober in these spaces where people are doing so many drugs. So I'm not going to panic and freak out, and I will know how to get that person help. So yes, I have a lot of times called for help or figured out a person that was in drug trouble. This is pre-fentanyl where the overdose situation is much more serious.
Yeah,
now.
I wanted to bring that up because I got a message. And by the way, I was there for when Vic overdosed on cherries. I was part of that experience. It was pretty scary. But I wanted to pass this along because this woman that helps me with my music wrote sort of a message to a bunch of people she represents and was like, please be aware that there's some really bad cocaine out there and drugs in general, of course, but there's people like that we know. I don't want to name any names, but like people that were at shows of people we know, I would say that you would be like at that show, people like ODing on coke that had fentanyl in it.
Hey guys,
so
Jeremy Renner.
It's very
Legalize
scary.
it,
I don't.
legalize it.
Luckily, I don't do any of that stuff, so I don't worry about getting tainted stuff with fentanyl. But I know that it's part of, a young person's. Many people potentially listening to the show right now who dabble or kind of are going to try it for fun, or their friends are doing it. It should be known that it's very at this moment right now. It's very, very dangerous.
Can I have a sniff?
Moshe, is there any like altering drugs or substances you take now, or is LSD out, or are you just completely sober?
I'm completely sober,
Completely? Okay.
and I to what Tim's saying, you should test your drugs, right? Would you agree with that, COVID friend? You test your drugs.
Yeah, it's just always that's harm reduction. Take like half or less of what you think you should take
and test it for fentanyl. But Vic, to your question,
get tested. Yeah.
To your question, I really started because I left AA, and that's a big part of the book. Each segment of the book is like a history of the subculture and then my time in it. And a part of what I wrote about in the book is like my slow journey out of being like sort of active in that world and in that community, and I started to think about psychedelics as like is what we were talking about, Tim. Like I never tried it as an adult. I never tried it with any intentionality, with any kind of meaningfulness to it. And I really actually think psychedelics have like a lot of power. And if I could do them with a clinician or a spiritual guide or something, there's something really positive and beautiful about it. And I was really thinking about it. I was like really kind of almost thinking, maybe I will do this. And Natasha got pregnant. And then I thought, I don't have any desire.
Who's the dad?
I don't. It's Vic. That's why I'm telling him this story.
Wait,
yeah.
what? Okay.
But I just was like, I don't have any desire to like mix these stories together of my decision to not be clean and sober and my.
Well, she's not pregnant now.
That's true, but now
now you can.
But now she's here, and I'm a dad. And
but your daughter's better than acid.
100%, my daughter's better than acid. I've done acid, and I've never had a person grow up in my house that it's my job to teach them how to be an adult and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't have any desire to do it now, but there was a time when I was thinking about it.
Okay.
Listen, we're having so much fun, and time is flying. Do you realize how time is flying? And do you even acknowledge time?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you talking
to? Is this about me being almost late?
No. I just want to make sure we stay on time because we have a musical guest coming in. I want to get to Vic's new guy. People are all excited about that.
As if on cue. Hello.
Well, what do you think, Matt? Why don't you check in? You seem to be completely checked out.
Well, DJ Harrison just walked into the room, which
Thank you,
can't
guest.
see.
Thank you, caller, by the way. Thank
you.
you for the work you do, too.
Oh, yes, Ronald. Yeah, we can check in with... Sorry, Ronald had a funny golden thumb. Yeah, let's check in with DJ, or do you want to watch... I feel like we need to give a wider berth for Vic's new guy, huh?
I
want to
agree.
get into that.
Gonna do a new guy first?
Should we take a quick hotliner and then get to DJ? Let's do that. Larry, is that your name? 614, you're on the hotline.
Next caller.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, is this Tim?
Yes, it is Tim Heidecker. How are you?
Hello.
I'm very good. Hi everybody. My name's Jacob. I'm a college student, and I was calling. I had a on cinema question actually.
Okay, make it quick.
So you make a lot of jokes on cinema related to diabetes. I was wondering, are you actually type 1? I know the jokes in the show you make are you got
not.
diabetes.
I don't think
you're
I
not
am.
type 1.
No,
you don't.
Are you?
Okay. I am. Yeah. That's why it was relatable. It was relatable.
Huh? Oh, good. Well, I hope it brings you joy.
Did you say good?
You hope that brings him joy.
I hope my teasing about diabetes brings you joy. Diabetes, I don't know about you, Moshe.
Well,
you can
I
chime in
appreciate
here.
the teasing, just not of me.
Well, I think there's something, for me at least, there's words that are funny, right? I think there are words that are funny.
Corn.
And one of those words is diabetes.
Because you're
You know what
thinking
another
of
word is?
You're thinking
diarrhea.
Diarrhea is a funny word, but you're thinking of the oatmeal guy saying diabetes.
Diabetes.
Yes.
Diabetes.
Yes.
That's funny.
Diabetes.
Diabetes itself not
Bingus
funny.
is another.
Wilford Brimley
Well,
saying
diabetes is, it's a thing, but it's treatable. It's not the end of the world, is it? And by the way, I haven't made diabetes jokes on cinema in like 7 years. Like I think that was like a season 3
It was early,
condition.
What disease are you making fun of this season?
Oh, a new one.
What do you got?
You would know if you watched the show, but I know people in Hollywood don't watch other people's work.
Diabetes.
I listened to your album. You know, I'm a huge fan, Tim.
I know.
Diabetes.
Wait, I can bring our musical guest into my the world of my book. The last rave. You're on Stones Throw Records.
Mm-hmm.
The last rave I ever threw was called Pangea, and we booked Peanut Butter Wolf, who is the owner, the founder of Stones Throw Records.
Thank you, Wilford.
This is a real connection piece we've got.
All right, let me go through this. What's going to happen right
Records
now?
Roadhouse,
Okay?
I believe he runs that.
Was that his place?
I think so.
That. Oh, cool.
That could be fake
I need
news,
to.
though.
I need
It's
to.
not.
Matt, book me a flight to
It's
get
not.
back in the studio right now. 'Cause I need to rein this in.
There's a band called the Diabeatles, and it's Wilford Brimley. I really want to play this for a second.
All right. Well, let's
never mind. Okay.
Let's preview it and let Tim introduce DJ.
Listen, we're gonna do this. We're gonna have music from not a DJ, a musician named DJ Harrison.
And
we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we got Vic's new guy. We've got some thoughts I have on another on a big movie that's out right now called Zone of Interest, and Doug's acting reel, and Doug has a new game. So if you're watching this in the future, join us at patreon.com/office hours live.
It's all about
if you're
the
watching
second
us live,
half.
stick around.
It's all about the
Excuse
second
me?
half. It's all about the second half today.
I
Wait a second.
can't get a damn sentence out. But
Go
I
back to
appreciate the
Canada.
I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Oh, come on.
So take it away, DJ Harrison, and we'll be back in a few.
Step, start up, stay upstairs, step better. Step, start upstairs, step down. Step upstairs, step better. Stay up and down, down. Stay up, stay up, way out. Stay in the bottom now. Stay, baby, stay up, way out. Stay, baby, stay in the bottom now. Stop, start up, stay upstairs, I'm better. Stop, not upstairs, I'm better. Stop, stay upstairs, I'm better. Stay up and be out, I'm better. Stay, baby, stay up, way out. Stay, baby, stay in the bottom way out. Stay, baby, stay the way out. Step, step, stay as soon as I'm way out.
That was great. That was great. Thank you. Thank you.
I went into another
Cleaning in that
plane.
White House, and we need a woman to clean it up, and that woman is Hillary Rodham Clinton. Ready? We need a woman in the White House, and that person's Hillary Clinton. She's the one. We need a woman in the House, the White House. Come on and join us, everyone. Okay. We need a woman in the House, the White House. Our fight has just begun. That's right.
This song is going out to my good friends, Joe and Katherine Jackson. On behalf of Michael. Michael, we will always believe in you, and to us, you are Peter Pan. What kind of man who gives so much and we not understand that he cares so much for the children in this cold, cold earthly land. He is hurt betrayed and a father, a human being with a broken heart. When he was young, he sang with his brothers, and now you look and turn away. We call him Peter, Peter Pan. His spirit lives in Michael's Never Never Land. We call him Peter, 'cause he's a fan. He will never grow up and become a man. Mom and Dad, you both were children, so I know you'll understand how I love to play with laughter or walk with you just holding hands. You taught me never accuse somebody, mistaking water just for sand. A man who loves and cares for all children, and yet they all misunderstand. We call him Peter, Peter Pan. His spirit lives in Michael's Never Never Land. We call him Peter, 'cause he's a fan. He will never grow up and become a man. What's the matter with you? I thought you knew me too. Really good bread, really good bread, really good bread, really, 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 really good bread, really good bread, really good bread, really, 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 really good bread, really good bread, really good bread, really, 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 really good bread, really good bread, really good bread, really, 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 really good bread, really good bread, really good bread, really, 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 really good bread, really good bread. Hillary in the house, Hillary in the White House, Hillary in the house, Hillary in the White House. We don't need no bling. All we gotta do is sing. We don't need no bling. We got the real thing, and that's Hillary Clinton. She's the one. Let's get loud. Let's get real. Tell me how you really feel now. Let's get loud. Let's get real. Hillary in the White House. Wait, wait. Hillary in the house. Hillary in the White House. Hillary in the house. Hillary in the White House. Hillary in the house. This is a message you gotta listen to. Hillary in the White House. Oh wait. Hillary in the White House. Hillary in the house. Hillary in the White House. Hillary in the house. Hillary in the White House.
Hillary for you and me, bring back our democracy. Make this country proud and free. Let's stand up for Hillary. Hillary for you and me, bring back our democracy. Vote from sea to shining sea, everyone for Hillary. Fighting in a war, but we don't know what we're fighting for. In school we're testing minds, but we're leaving our children all behind. The world is getting hot, but our global warming plan is not. Our goals are out of range, so we know it's time for a change. Hillary for you and me, bring back our democracy. Make this country proud and free. Let's stand up for Hillary. Hillary for you and me, bring back our democracy. Vote from sea to shining sea, everyone for Hillary.
All right.
Good afternoon. We are back
So,
here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Let's hear it for DJ Harrison. That was fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really nice. DJ, are you there? On
Yeah, I'm
mic?
here. Yep.
DJ, I have a question.
What's up?
Would you go to a Kid Rock show?
Go ahead, Moshe.
You want me to stop? Okay.
Hello.
Well,
I'm Johnny Cash.
You said would I go? to a
You
Kid Rock?
understand it's my show.
Of course, Tim. Of course.
Well, Tim didn't say anything, so Moshe had to step in as a.
I'm trying. You guys are all on Adderall over there. This is what it sounds like when you guys.
Tim's the calmest one today.
I'm just trying to like create a pace, create a cadence. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec.
Hey, cutie.
I got room service. Somebody's here. Room service or something's here. Let me see.
What? Room service?
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Who is that?
I was walking on the water.
Are you ready for us to clean your room? There's been a.
Is there two
smell
people
that's
there?
been- Yeah.
They're not exactly.
Yeah, I'm also
Oh, there they
housekeeping.
are. Okay.
Just stay with me, okay? Talk amongst yourselves for a second.
They're getting buried in the background. It's
I
doing-
know.
Well, this
Where are
is
you guys?
we're housekeeping.
We just have been getting a lot of complaints from the floor about the smell.
Smell from
and
this.
We just want to make sure everything's okay in here.
Yeah, I just been working.
in
Okay.
the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
No, it's Rajat and Jeremy here in Toronto.
We're fucking with you guys. How's it going?
People are like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
I can't imagine the reaction right now.
Now, the big news, I wanted to save this for the second half, but when my new thing for 2024 is when I do acting jobs in television, I'm bringing these guys with me to be offset, helping me with funny things to say.
We're sort of behind the scenes, like pitching alts, like Judd style. And,
Yeah. Keeping it loose.
Yeah.
So they stay with me in the room, and they've been here this whole time enjoying the show.
Yeah, it's been really fun. You have been treating us poorly, but you know that's.
Well, why don't you guys head back in the closet?
Does Tim? Do you guys get to sleep
I'll
together?
I'll
or?
show you where they live.
Oh, let me see.
Oh, that's their. They have little. That's cute.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get back to the show.
That was it from them?
I'm a big
I'll
fan.
talk to you later. That was fun.
They're very funny.
Apologize.
I like those two.
Now I'm getting excited.
Well, I want to know what Moshe was going to ask DJ now. We have to get back to that.
Yes.
Oh, I was just curious if you would go to a Kid Rock show and if that sounds like it would be a good show, not musically, but experientially.
Yes, I would.
Yes. I feel like that was a victory for me, DJ. That felt so good.
Yes, for sure.
I mean,
What is he going to get into an argument with you, Moshe?
You think he's lying?
no.
Yes?
Oh,
no, thank you. We have actual housekeeping here. For that. I'm good for now. Thank you.
Yes.
I saw footage of Kid Rock DJing like scratching records like from I don't know 20 years ago. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But nowadays I feel like he's just a country singer.
Tremendous
I wouldn't go
talent. Let's
nowadays.
move on.
Yes.
Go crazy.
Who cares? DJ, where are you from?
I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
And we have some mutual friends, the folks at Space Bomb.
Yeah. Actually, one of my first European tour with the Space Bomb crew.
Oh, cool.
Back in 2017.
Yeah, the music is beautiful. So where are you touring now, or?
I'm out here in LA doing some stuff for some promo for my next Stone Store release, which is coming out February 9th. That's like a covers record. And I'm also here to go to the Grammys this weekend.
Whoa.
What?
I worked on a project that got nominated, so I'll be at the ceremony on Sunday.
Nice. Congratulations.
What project?
It's called Super Blue with the singer Kurt Elling, guitarist Charlie Hunter. And it's like alternative jazz. That's the category that we got nominated in.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
What'd you do on that record?
Played some keyboards and did a little production.
Nice. I just sent Vic a Charlie Hunter video the other day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
he
what it
didn't
was.
watch it.
I did watch it. I watched it. I watched it.
Because he's on the
All right.
D'Angelo album.
Yeah, right.
Which I never knew.
DJ,
Yeah, I'm a big
DJ,
fan of that one.
please please make yourself at home and join in the conversation as you feel fit. I disagree. If I actually interrogated you and put you in a lie detector, I would probably find a different answer regarding the Kid Rock question. But
well, a friend of mine years ago.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but a friend of mine years ago actually got to play. He has like that. He used to do like this Kid Rock cruise and like invited like a bunch of different bands, and there's definitely some good stories from that, which has influenced my answer. I'm still sticking with yes.
Can you,
Doug?
Can you give us one story from the Kid Rock cruise that you might have heard?
No.
Don't want to be.
But Doug, do you have any reports from your cruise that you want to share, or you want us to keep off the record?
Well, there's this upper deck area that there's no cameras. I used to hang out at, and you could push people over and like
What?
Yeah,
Doug,
it's
you
fun. Middle of the night, hearing that splash and the screams, it's fun.
Have you
No one ever sees them again.
Have you ever read any of the articles about like people jumping off of a cruise ship, thinking like doing like a prank, thinking that they would get rescued, and the way that the sea and a cruise ship works is it's literally it's 100% a death.
100% death.
Because the cruise is just.
That's why I've been pushing them over.
Oh, you want to kill? You want to kill?
Well, just to see if I can get that. If anyone
because of the speed of the boat,
The
and
speed of the
you
boat
just get swept under the boat.
Exactly. It's like even a big cruise ship with a big crew, and there's nothing they can do. They'll lose you immediately, and you're dead. So don't do that.
Well, I got the Impractical Jokers. This is a really good water bottle they gave me, and it was fun. I was on a cruise last week, so.
Oh, cool.
It was fun. Let's talk about Vic's new guy. I think everyone's been waiting the whole show for this, and I definitely want to get to it. Vic, do you want to tell us a little bit of? Oh, look at you guys! You've already got something going.
Oh yeah, so I was.
Vic's got a new guy. Let's find out who he is. Vic's got a new guy. Who is it?
Now I'm getting excited. So this is a man who's from Alabama. He has his own church, and God talks to him. He talks to God, so he's a prophet. And he's also close. He loves God, but he also loves hard rock. So he's usually got his guitar on his neck here, with the distortion pedal, on. Do we have any clips of him? We can kind of show. You can get a little taste of him. So this is the start of church for him. If you attend his service, this is how it begins.
I'd go to that church.
Yeah, I know. And that right there on the right is his
That's the same
wife.
keyboard as you have, DJ.
That's right.
Classic.
So this goes on for about 40 minutes. This is like a rock opera to bring it. So go jump like 15 minutes ahead or whatever. So then he does a little speaking in between.
I believe God raised you.
But it doesn't say anything too great, But like his songs, they feel like they're made up on the spot.
Whoa. You can't make that up on the spot.
Here, check this out. This is great.
Is anyone there?
No.
Oh, really? No one's even there at this
No.
church.
Empty.
I like that clock. That's
I know.
great.
Amen. So the bass player in the back, he's got a big Alabama for Trump hat on.
But he's also kind of obscured.
Yeah,
It's kind of
It's so dark in there.
Oh, it's a
Whoa,
shofar.
There we go. There we go. It's got a shofar.
Now we're
Here we
talking.
go.
Yeah. This sounds kind of cool, actually.
Kind of cool.
It's only one note.
I can give you one note. Is that enough?
It's a ram's horn. It can only do one note.
Look at it here. Here we go. So you kind of get the picture what he's doing.
Yeah.
But let's jump to the next clip where he was a guest on a talk show. I forget what the name of the lady's name was. What was it? I'll find it. Drenda. I think her name is Drenda. This is the show Drenda on Guard, and he was asked to have a response to a man who was talking about evolution. So let's see that.
Evolution by natural selection with evolution by intelligent design.
not the intelligent design of some god above the clouds, but our intelligent design and the intelligent design of our clouds, the IBM cloud, the Microsoft cloud. These are the new driving forces of evolution.
Does he disagree with him?
Yeah, he disagrees.
Klaus Schwab, World Economic Forum, the Young Global Leaders. If you look at his advisor, they call the prophet, Dr. Harari.
The prophet.
Ooh, you look at the things he said.
prophet.
He uses Jesus
Okay, so now
Christ's
pay attention
name.
to Robin here. Watch him.
need a
He's having a moment here. Something's happening.
with the
He got the cane out with the eagle face on it.
We don't look to some
It's really happening.
This is the guy I want to do psychedelics with. This is my guy. Yeah.
And this is the word of the
Here we go.
Lord.
That's the
The
word
word
of the Lord.
Lord came to me saying this. You call yourself the prophet. Open your mouth again and I'll lay you on your face, says the Lord. You will not rise up against me in this time. For my people have called to me through the blood of the Lamb, and I will honor every call made. For you open your ignorant mouth again, and I will close it, says the Lord. For you will reap a harvest instantly on the spot, and I'm going to make a fool out of you in front of everybody. For I will show you who is God, and you are not him. For the Lord says this, hear the word of the Lord and obey. For it is your last chance to obey. Shut your filthy mouth.
That's
For
God.
I
Yeah,
am
baby.
going to
Sounds like the Lord, honestly.
Typical God. That's
a good drop.
Classic Lord right here.
Scattered roaches and rats from your presence. So you heed this call, says the King. And I have took.
And so says Lord Fonzie.
That's a wig, right? I mean,
No one says
all right, so that's basically it. So God comes to him.
Amen.
Why
And
did they
that's
watch
when
a clip? What the hell was that clip?
Well, that
they
was a
watched?
clip at the start of their clip. So that's where he was responding to, and that's what God was responding to through Robin.
It is so funny. Yuval Harari is like one of the preeminent kind of philosophers and thinkers of our time.
Oh,
he's,
okay.
he's like one of the smartest people in the
I mean,
world.
that makes sense what I just heard. Yeah,
He does not call himself the prophet,
Right.
and the fact that they got to refute one of the preeminent intellectuals of our time, a guy that looks like he sells chainmail at Venice Beach, is so crazy. Why him? It's the best they could do.
What's the last clip?
What's
there,
this
Vic?
other one? We got
I love the
11th
Sweet
Hour?
Home.
Oh
Sweet
yeah,
Home
that's
in
coming
Heaven.
up here. Oh, this 11th hour clip.
Let's go to the Sweet Home. Let's go to the
yeah.
music parodies,
Oh wait.
please.
Oh yeah. We'll do them.
Jump to Smoke on the Water.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do that, and then you can see one of his prophecies take place.
Well, we could show some more some other time. We've got got more to get to. This is our new guy.
So
though.
this is great. This is Robin Bullock.
Oof.
Crank that.
Let's get a snark on that guitar. Let's get that sucker in tune next time, Robin.
Look at his wife. She's like that.
Now this is improv, right?
I believe so. Yeah, he's just going it. Whatever's coming to his head.
I want to go see the Holy Ghost move. You know, can you pause it for a sec? You know who he kind of looks like and sounds like? Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
they're both from Alabama.
Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know. I believe in the Lord. Keep playing. He looks like him though too, doesn't he? That smile, the eyes.
Oh, this is Roger Clinton.
Yeah. Roger Clinton Jr.
Here we go.
Before I hit that note, thinking, what am I going to say?
It makes me wonder how many people are actually there. Because all you can see is the hands in the front of the
You see one hand and one flag or something.
All right, you want to skip ahead to like the end and then see what happens next? There's a big
Don't do it.
solo and all that. You know.
There's a strong
Is the economy
possibility.
stupid?
Right here.
I mean, just destroyed it. Oh yeah, and while you got it like that, you know, you
Oof.
might as well just.
Do you hear that, Vic? It's not in tune.
It's so hard to hear. Listen to this. Here we go.
A little slower, please.
All right.
Thank you very much.
There's a place that I'm going.
I love it. I love this guy. I recognize this song.
Where Jesus has prepared a mansion.
Of course. Boom, boom, boom.
Forever I'll live with him up in heaven.
All right.
All right. Well,
If you want to see,
yeah.
I think the greatest clip is yet to be, but it's too long. But we'll put it up on Patreon. Is the Robin Bullock telling the story of meeting his dead dog in heaven?
It's so good.
Which
so good.
Moshe, you got to see that.
Yeah, you'll love that.
There's dogs up there, baby.
And horses.
No question about it. My dog. I saw those. I saw like the gates. And Peter comes out. He says, "I got your dog. Don't worry about it."
I did not have sexual relations with that dog in heaven.
Now look, here's the deal. Heaven's real, and they got streets lined with gold, and they got Prada and
It does look like it.
Burberry and all the rest of them stores. Balenciaga.
All the great.
All those stores up there.
Every fashion
Yves
house.
Saint Laurent.
Every great fashion house of Italy is represented in a neighborhood in heaven.
Oh yeah. They got Wolfgang Puck. That's just your baseline meal.
There's no Denny's. There's no Waffle House. It's just Wolfgang Puck's as far as I can see.
You better have some Jesus on tap then.
Now, we haven't spoken to anybody out there in the world in a minute. Let's just check in.
Sorry about that. Chris Coleslaw. You bullock
Oh,
head?
come
Chris?
on.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Apparently, Groundhog Day is tomorrow. That's why But go ahead, Sir Chris.
How's it going over there? Blue collar Chicago represent.
Oh, why don't you go and beat up the lawyer?
I thought about it.
Are you in a warehouse?
I'm in like a print shop. It's like a letterpress print shop.
Sweet home, Chicago.
They got computers for that now, pal. Why don't you pack it in?
Well, we've got some these are pretty old school, like 100-year-old printers. You want to see one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take you over.
Is this like the world's first Kinko's?
This is something like that. So I'll show you one of the big cylinders. This is Reed. He's working the windmills.
Hey, Reed.
This is Reed. You're on a podcast, Reed. Sorry.
Do you have to wear camo and black overalls at that warehouse?
Well, so the thing is I'm kind of like trying to get cred with the blue collar guys here. You know what I mean?
Did you see the story about the what's it called? The caravan that was going down to protect the border, and what a mess it was? Did you see that story at all, Moshe?
No.
Or anybody?
There's
like this like a Christian right fascist, organization assembling to go down to protect the border, and it sounded like a real mess. They just it ended up being like 20 of them, and they kept getting lost, and somebody slashed their tires, and we might not have to worry about this the militias. None of them are doing anything. Like no one's making a move.
We have to keep our country gay.
You say keep it gay?
Yeah. We have to keep our country gay.
All right, what do you got? Let me see your thing, whatever this is, this cylinder.
Oh, well, I just walked away from it. But
Wait, what did you want to talk about?
Did you have something to talk about?
So I guess I have a show tonight. My band has a show tonight I could promote in Chicago. Here's a poster for my band that we did here. We printed that here. But it's at Carol's Pub.
Carol's.
Are you in tobacco, or is your band called Tobacco City?
Tobacco City.
That's a nice name.
Thank you. It's named after a cigarette store.
What's the band called?
Tobacco City.
Tobacco City. Okay. Well, good luck tonight, and rest your voice if you're singing. If not, rest your body because maybe you're playing drums. Who knows?
I'll do both. Yeah.
Thank you. All the best.
Thanks, y'all.
Can we just get rid of the border? Maybe we could just drop some
Well, that's
bombs
what Louis
around there.
C.K. was saying on Joe Rogan. Actually, he was saying he was encouraging people to come up. I remember that from a few months ago.
Build that.
I don't see borders, man.
For ticket sales reasons or what?
Yeah, let's flood the market.
Well, they did get rid
new
of the
consumers.
border. It went out of business. Barnes & Noble straight up took over.
That's true. Let's see. What do you want me to talk about? What do you have? What are your interests? Did
well, we
anyone
could-
see the zone of interest?
We could play my acting reel since he pulled it up.
Yeah,
I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, this
So,
might be
Doug,
embarrassing.
what
This is kind of embarrassing. I don't know. I made this reel, and I don't know. I'm trying to get acting gigs, and I tried to make an acting reel. Well, we could just watch it, I guess.
Oh, so okay. This is Doug's acting reel number 2. That's a little confusing.
Well, I
Is
did
this you
one
taking a
already.
Shit?
I already did one. You can see it on my Instagram, but I made a second one.
So we're getting sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
Action. Hey, Doug? Me again? What is this, another acting reel? Yeah. We already did an acting reel. Well, it didn't get us the gig, did it? Huh? Now we gotta do another one. So we can show our range.
Hi, is this the therapy place?
What's a therapy place?
Sorry, I have an appointment with Dr. What's Wrong.
What's wrong?
It's sort of embarrassing, but I'll tell you.
Okay. Go on.
Okay. So, I'm seeing this guy,
Uh-huh.
Digby.
Digby.
He wanted me to meet his dad,
Uh-huh.
and now I have a big crush on his dad. What should I do?
I see. Well, does this help?
Actually, no, that doesn't help at all.
We're an actor. What are we supposed to do?
Actor. I got a gig for you. You can act like a door-to-door salesman. You distract Digby while I talk to Digby Senior.
Is it SAG-AFTRA?
Sorry, it's non-union.
Oh, cut. Cut. Everyone, back to one.
Well, that's it.
That's it. All right.
Did you really draw Benedict Cumberbatch for that video?
You
Great. That was great, Doug. I love your work.
That's awesome.
Thanks,
I hope
Tim.
it works
Well,
out
you
for
know,
you.
tell your directors or whoever you're working with, I'm available. SAG-AFTRA.
I met Benedict Cumberbatch once. Nice.
All right, let's move on.
Real nice.
Nice in the eyes.
A nice guy. No, a nice guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a really nice guy.
He seems like he would be.
Came up to me and said, "Hello, I'm Benedict." And I was like, "Yeah, I know."
You know.
He came up to you?
Yes.
Where?
Why?
On the set of Zoolander 2.
Oh, you were, what were you doing on that? Writing?
I was doing, Punch Up on Zoolander 2. Yeah. Did I ever tell you?
I remember that. That was during the Champs era.
Yes. Do you want to hear a crazy story of what happened on the set of Zoolander 2?
Yeah.
Justin Bieber came to film his big scene, his big cameo, and Natasha was there visiting, and it was a night shoot, and Justin Bieber shot all night, and he started to take a liking to me because I kept running in and trying to give him funny things to say, so he was, I guess, felt like he had a relationship with me, and then Natasha came out at sunrise. We had locked down this place in Rome called the Caracalla Baths, which are this UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it's an ancient Roman bathhouse, and it was an overnight shoot, and we wrapped for the night, and Natasha, who'd been sleeping in my trailer, came out, and we were going to walk through the Caracalla Baths together, just the two of us, because they had locked down the whole baths, so it was going to be like a once-in-a-lifetime date, just me and my wife walking through the Caracalla Baths, and we said goodbye to Justin. Justin knew Natasha because she had done the Bieber roast, and I guess he had had sex with her in the green room or something like that, and we started to walk away. And we're like, goodbye, Justin, nice to meet you. And Justin screams at us, Moshe, Natasha, can I come? And we were like, I guess yes, I guess you definitely can. So we walked through the Caracalla Baths at sunrise with Justin Bieber, Scooter Braun, and his entire entourage. And when we got to, they're known for their mosaic tile murals. when we got to the mosaic, the first mosaic tile mural, Justin leaped over the security barrier and reached down and plucked a like 2,000-year-old mosaic tile and was like, "This one's for me," and leaped back over the security barrier. And I screamed at him. I was like, "Justin, what are you doing?" I go, "Put that back." And he, like, you could see, like, that no one had ever. I didn't think that's Justin Bieber. I'm going to admonish him. It just fell out of my mouth. But you saw him, like, does not compute. It had been the first time anyone had said no to him in years, and he goes, "You made me feel bad." And then he leaped back over the barrier and put the mosaic tile.
How do you just pluck a tile off of a wall?
They're loose. There was a loose tile.
Oh
my God.
Yeah, ancient.
Well, that didn't endear me to him more or less. So he remains someone I.
Well, I don't like that he third wheeled your amazing, date.
Yes.
Well, honestly, though, it's two
that's
stand-up
hilarious.
comedians. Like we were. I would like a nice date with my wife, but I would love a
The
story
material.
about Justin.
Yeah, prefer the
and-
material,
It's like
yeah.
this is turning into material.
We got a game that Doug's put together. It's a big Doug, because Doug's been away for a little bit, and when Doug is here, he is very much here. I think that's one thing we should appreciate.
Doug.
I was watching. Do you watch football, DJ or Moshe?
I do not.
Yeah. Not often. Usually just like during the Super Bowl playoff season.
Yeah, I just been watching. I did a day last weekend where I just watched the football games because there were two big games, and I just watched them. You know, I put them on and watched them.
That's cool.
And what I noticed was there are so many. If you're watching like when was the last time you put on CBS?
I don't know.
Well, Moshe, didn't Natasha have a show on CBS, or was that a different?
She did have.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's
true.
CBS. Yeah, that's
Is
right.
that on there?
I was on CBS last week
There you go.
after midnight.
Oh, that show's back. Me oh my.
Mamma mia.
Was that fun? You got.
It's very
you got,
surreal. You know how the pandemic made time feel so bizarre? Like all of a sudden you'd see
Yeah.
someone and you'd go, I feel like I saw you last week, but I know it's been 3 years. It was
Yeah.
like that. It was walking
Right.
back. It was a different network and different hosts. Taylor
Was there Bieber?
There was no Bieber, but it was very surreal to walk back onto a set for a show that's similar to a show that you did 5 years ago that's off the air.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was good. Taylor's very funny, and it was fun.
Well, I took note because I don't watch any of these networks, you know, as a terrestrial television viewer, you know, like just turn on the TV. And what I found was there was all these promos for these shows that I couldn't believe existed. They were like, it feel like it was like a fake universe where it was like, there was a show called The FBI's. anyone ever heard of that?
No,
of course not.
There's
Is
a
that
show
real?
called Tracker, and they're all like dramas. They're like, you know, procedurals or, you know, missing people and shit like that. It's just all these shows, and I had never heard of them. So I said maybe we could play a game where you guys have to guess, find the real. Is it find the real show
So
or find the
basically,
fake show?
I went through and found obscure TV shows, which I think they're obscure, and I also mixed in fake ones. I made up my own fake titles. So you'll see words of the title of the show, and you guess whether they're real or fake. Simple as that.
Let's do it.
Let's get to the first one. Vic, can you lay down a little bed or something?
Yeah,
maybe?
definitely.
This one's called Blind Waters. Real or fake?
I've never heard of it.
Fake.
Moshe's saying fake.
I'm gonna say fake.
Tim?
I've never heard of it.
I mean, I doubt. Like game theory says you would not start with a fake, but maybe that's a double switch. So I'll say it's real.
Tim got it. It's on Tubi. Blind Waters.
Wait, can I say something?
That's a show or a movie?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, some of these
That looks
can
like
be
a
movies.
movie.
I might not have exactly made them all movies or TV shows like you asked or dramas, but I just found
a
I just
Tubi
went through the
original.
list of like shows.
Guys,
and-
can I tell you something crazy?
yeah.
Speaking of after midnight, I'm not joking. we played this game on After Midnight.
Oh my god.
Really?
And the only reason I remember that is because all of them were Tubi originals, all the real ones that you couldn't believe, they were all Tubi originals, and that just came into my
Tubi
mind.
Originals has the best titles.
Who is?
And you
You
might
saying
get
we
some of these
accidentally
right.
stole a bit from After Midnight?
That's not what I'm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not
No.
saying that. I'm just saying this is. This was the game we were playing, real or fake.
Well, then
they
shelve
called
it.
They called it stream or something else.
Well, let's shelve
I
it
guess we could just
because
stop it.
unlike
No, I
everybody
didn't
else,
mean to
I'm not
stop
going to
it.
just put a blind eye to
Nah,
it.
I want to do it. Do the game.
No, we're not shelving it. We're
Come
sticking to
on.
We're sticking to it.
Sorry.
I got to get
stand
back in the
by.
office. I can't do this remote thing, Matt. I got to shut this down.
What's the hardest part, Tim?
Sorry, I lost the
What's
file.
the hardest part
Give
for
me a
you
sec.
being away? Just like not being.
Well,
in the room,
just like keeping you boys in line. You're it's mutiny.
I think
You're
we've
telling
been
me.
pretty
I'm
obedient.
telling you we're killing the game.
Okay.
Well, did that
We're done.
episode air?
It did air. It did.
Yeah, so we're done.
Wait,
We have
but
to-
wait,
we have to-
whose idea? It was Tim's
It
idea.
was Tim's
right?
idea,
Okay.
by the way. My games are original. Guess the mouth. No one does that
Listen,
shit.
Yeah.
you can't just say, "Oh well, we both have this parallel thinking."
Oh, I feel bad now. I didn't mean to kill
Let's
the
do it
game.
anyway. No, you
Well,
have
it's
to
better
just say
than
we
I
lost.
guess it's better than doing it than having Tim upset about it. Extra upset.
We lost the war. We lost the battle, Doug. But in the end, we're going to win the war.
Can we? We got to.
Wait, we're really not going to do
We
it
can
because it
do
was
it.
at midnight, a show no one's going to watch?
Well, easy. One of the big guys on that show is here in the studio, Doug.
Who?
No, I don't feel comfortable doing it. If After Midnight already
my
did this
God.
bit,
Oh
my God,
then
I spent so long
wanna-
fucking making
Yeah.
this shit.
No, let's do it. Let's just do it.
All right, roll through it. Roll through all your hard work.
Well, now.
Well, now it's like now it doesn't feel right either. Now
No, now I can't
feel
find the
ex-
file.
I
Matt
feel
delete the file,
extremely
too.
guilty right now.
No, it's.
I'm panicking.
Let's see what the chat thinks.
They want to play the
Oh,
game. but it
everyone's
won't
going to
down-
say to do it.
They said Hollywood Heidecker's at it again.
Why is this not?
It's fine. Let's just watch that church guy play songs for another 20 minutes.
I mean, it was worth it. Though.
Wait, Doug, you could see me trying to move that along, right?
Come on.
Let's go to a Zoomer. I mean, Matt can't even find the file, so
I'm
it's
getting
dead
it.
air either way.
I'm getting it up.
Let's talk about Moshe's book. Let's take a look at it. Hold it up.
Well,
Well,
it'll
we talked about Moshe's book. Come
Okay,
on.
yeah, we should stop talking about that. It connects to your next topic, Tim, actually.
Which is what?
Zone of interest.
Oh, yeah.
Because I run through the entire history of the Jewish people in 6 pages in the book, and then talk about my time when I had to cosplay as Tevye the milkman for 6 weeks a year every summer vacation because my dad became a born-again Hasidic Jew. And I was in Oakland Public Schools, and I would literally fly back home and cosplay as a Hasidic Jew for 6 weeks a year. Really good summer vacation stuff. Lots of fun.
Oh, I
Did
can't
you
wait to get to that.
Did you have the curly things on the? Down
No,
here?
that was the problem. My dad would literally pick me up at the airport from Oakland, drive me to the Hasidic Jewish barbershop. He would try to cut my California bowl cut into the closest approximation to have extra growth on the side of my head, but there was no there.
Don't they make clip-ons for those curly?
They should make
What are those
clip-ons.
called?
They're
Those
called
are real?
payas. They're called payas.
They should have clip-ons.
Man, it's like long sideburns,
Yeah.
right?
Well, they're kind of like.
Well, here's my controversial take on the zone of interest. Expertly made. It's very weird. It's very kind of avant-garde and strange the way it's made. But the central point, the root of the movie is the banality of evil. That here were these people living a normal life, playing with their dogs, growing a garden, literally right next to Auschwitz. That point gets made almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it. I mean, that's the movie. That's what that movie has to say. And I felt like I wished it had more to say, or wished it did it in a less obtuse, literal way. Because it just felt, you know what I mean? I don't know. Did you see it?
I haven't seen it yet.
I saw it.
I really want to see it. I saw Poor Things, and that was good. But Zone of Interest is
Well,
next.
Doug, did you feel that way at all? Am I out of line?
Can you repeat the very last point you made about it? I know it was about the banality of evil.
Well, yes.
But you said
it
what?
shows-
I was looking at something else at the time you said.
I don't know what I said. I said that it makes the point within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
and then it's like it's the same.
Yeah, I felt the
told
same
over
way.
again.
It was highly recommended, very highly recommended. I was like, I'm
Oh
gonna
yes,
check it out. I
it's
saw
beloved,
it.
and
I saw
it's
it.
an important. I mean, I think any story about the Holocaust is important, and it's obviously, it can't be forgotten. It should be discussed. It should be taught. But I don't know. I just feel like some of these movies that's like, are these being made for dumb people like who don't get to that point until like middle of the movie or something? Like,
Or maybe
I don't know.
Maybe it's
Am I ahead of all this stuff?
Maybe it's a grinding banality on purpose. Maybe it's almost supposed to make you feel that way, like, all right, already, I get it.
Yeah,
and
Right.
that's
I think
part
that
of
was
the
the
point of it, right?
But like, yeah,
Yes.
it just is a banal movie. Then you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like-
Also,
I was
study-
craving some kind of like some story to happen.
I feel like I know too. Maybe I know too much about World War II and the Nazis and the Holocaust. Like I know all these things, and then you go and you see it. It's like I'm not really learning much. There's a great movie that was made, I think, more than 10 years ago. I think it was an HBO movie called Conspiracy, which was about all the Nazis who got together to come to there was like a conference they had where they, by the end of the weekend, like, okay, we're going to build camps and exterminate the Jews. Like that was like the weekend where they came to that conclusion and that decision. And that's, I think it was also like how proper everything was, and everyone was serving tea and polite. Meanwhile, they're talking, they come to this horrific conclusion. I felt that was a little more effective of a film, but whatever. Those are my 2 cents on that movie. And you haven't seen it, so it's not fun for you to sit here and listen to me tell you about a movie you haven't seen.
But I can say that Holocaust movie is among my favorite genres, and I have seen almost everything in the catalog.
Jacob the Liar?
I've seen Jacob the Liar. Have you ever seen Paul Verhoeven's, I think it's called Black Book? Now that's a good one. He lived through the Dutch Paul Verhoeven, the guy who directed RoboCop.
Yeah.
Lived through
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers
Oh, yeah.
lived through World War II in Amsterdam and wrote a movie about what it was like there. That's a fun one.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
That's a good one.
Is it dark and depressing, or does he turn it on its?
I would say it's more in the Starship Troopers, one of the more entertaining World War II films that you will catch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have some breaking news from the chat. They are threatening full mutiny if we don't go back to Doug's game. They're threatening to cancel their Patreons. They are steamed. And I have the file back up.
Ooh.
Just saying. Just letting you know.
I will not be intimidated. I will not be bullied on my own show, the show that I built from nothing. I was the first guy to integrate calls from Zoom and Skype before anybody was doing this. And now here I am with my back up against the wall up in Canada, working for SAG. All right, Doug, do 2. Let's do 2.
Warehouse 13.
Oh, Warehouse 13.
Yes or no?
I'm not playing.
Real
You guys
fake.
can play.
I'm
but,
voting yes. Warehouse 13 to be original.
DJ?
I'm going to say fake.
DJ. The game's fixed.
It's real.
Vic says real. Let's roll it. It's real. Sci-fi original. Season
Yes.
5, dude. How have you
Final
not?
season.
Season 5. That's success. Those guys are really successful.
Season 5, the final season.
Final season.
Oh, man.
These guys are all like 3rd, 4th on the list of other CSI shows. Like that guy on the...
It's like the drummer in that Christian guy's band. I was wondering if there's somebody in there that's just like, a gig's a gig. I'm not really a Christian guy. I like the drums and I got to make a living.
Right. Sure.
I don't know. The show doesn't seem fun now. The game. It feels
Oh,
like I'm in the zone
Well,
of
you
interest,
insisted.
and evil is over in Canada, nearby, and I can't enjoy myself playing this game. Serial wife.
Real.
Tim says real. Moshe says
This is real. I think yeah. This one's real.
I'll say real.
I'm gonna say it's fake because it's too close to Serial Mom, the John Waters movie, and I don't think they would do that.
Yeah, no network TV would ever step on John Waters' toes.
Okay, and it is.
Fake. Oh man.
Made it up.
See?
I made it up.
Nice one, Doug.
Service Dog America.
Okay, I really feel this is real because this is a good idea for a show.
Yeah, Natasha should know a thing or two about that.
She
right?
used to do that service dog BS.
Oh, she got in trouble for it.
Oh, she
actually.
did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she talked about it on the Tonight Show. She thought it was like, ha ha ha. I put him in a service dog, and they did not.
Oh man.
They did not care for this.
On after the show she got she got hate online or something.
Hate mail. Yep. This is in the olden days.
Johnny Carson. When
Yes,
she
this
was
is
on
Johnny Carson. Yep. Ed McMahon was not feeling what she had to say. I say yes.
Is this
He
real
says
or what?
true. DJ thinks
Service Dog America DJ? This is a Grammy-nominated artist weighing in on Service Dog America.
Oh yeah, Grammy-nominated artist definitely betting 1,000 on this game right now.
Yeah.
For sure. I got everyone wrong since she started. I'm gonna say real.
100% real.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, come on. Really? This is Doug, you should pitch this.
Well, I'm great. I'm good because I can come up with shows that should be real.
This is a good idea for a show.
I know.
Pitch it.
No. Next.
Doug,
Okay,
you should
one more.
submit
We
a
bought
packet
funeral
to
home.
After Midnight.
Doug, you should.
Well, I should be on these shows.
You should
I
pitch.
make these acting reels. What do I gotta do?
I got an idea. You take out Service Dog America as a show, but here's the twist: Brent Weinbach is the service dog. So you walk him around and stuff, and like he just serves as your service dog.
He wouldn't agree to that. but-
You
All
are
right,
right.
let's do two more, please.
Okay. Here's. What do you think? We bought a funeral home. Do you see it?
I say fake.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say fake too.
I think it's fake.
With these titles,
What
it's
does
hard,
Tim
it's hard to
think?
tell. You know.
I think it's real.
Tim gets it.
Tim's in the game.
Whoa.
Tim's in the game. He started
I can't
playing again.
resist.
This is a tantalizing game, Tim. I knew you'd come back.
Deadly. Okay, we'll end
Listen,
on
I
this.
just don't want any bad blood. with
Okay,
Chris
wait.
Hemsworth.
Deadly Dill.
Can I jump in here?
Don't. I mean,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No.
He can go
I'll
last,
wait.
maybe.
Okay.
Come to me last.
Tim.
Deadly Dilf is fake. Let's move on.
Vic.
I think it's fake.
DJ.
Fake.
Okay, can I go? This is real, and I know that it's real because this was one of the categories on the television program After Midnight. And the game that we played, this is real. A to be original, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, that should do it.
That was a good climax.
Good climate.
It had a
Post the rest
narrative.
on Patreon,
I
man.
don't think
Okay?
drive home the point that this fucking show did it. Tim is furious.
That's all
with me
Moshe,
right
baby.
now. Tim is so
What have
pissed
I
right now.
done?
I'm not pissed at all. You're You're the one that's pissed. And by the way, it's not like you made a whole bunch of art. You kind of showed your cards
I know,
there a
but
little
I sat
bit.
there.
That wasn't
I
the
sat there
most
scanned. Yeah, you know how many like
time intensive.
You know how many like websites I had to go to scan
I
through.
know.
And listen, not
They weren't real.
Not to bring this back to my book, but that's the sixth subculture is DILF culture, and I go into the history of the DILF movement and how I became a DILF. No, it's deafness.
Listen, I want to talk about my latest obsession and thank a Patreon member, Derek Sipes, who recommended this. Do you like playing hard games, Moshe or DJ? Do you play like brain teaser games?
No, I don't like that.
Crossword puzzles? Nothing
I do
like
it.
that.
Those are hard for
I
me.
found this show. This guy recommended this show called Only Connect. And look at this.
Only Connect.
This is like the classic. I don't know if you know about like British game shows, but they're very they're often very dry and boring and hard, and like there's no like prizes or anything. Like there's no like new cars or anything. It's just like purely for the sport of it. And this show, it's the hardest show I've ever seen on like it's impossible. Show this.
Playoffs, who will get stuck with the final instead? Let's find out in the Missing Vowels round. Fingers on buzzers teams. I can tell you the first group of disguised clues are all 4 rhyming words and what they are.
Whoa.
Also rounds.
Warwick and Town.
Yes. Mercians.
Yorick and Shakespearean Jester.
That's it.
What the fuck? Those don't even rhyme.
Doric architectural style.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
Ow.
Also rounds.
Auric and first name of Goldfinger.
Well done. Next category, phrases containing parts of a bicycle.
Wow.
Mercians.
Back in the saddle.
Yes, it is.
That's the Jesus guy.
Mercians.
Handlebar moustache.
Correct.
All right, show the other clip, Matt. This is another.
That is insane.
They're all like
Crazy. British people are so much smarter than us. It's like hard to quantify.
That's exactly
this.
what
Look
I
at
was
this.
thinking.
This game. This part of the game is like you get a clue, and then you have to kind of guess what the sequence is going to be. If you you get more clues, the less points you get. But watch how these fucking brains work.
Horn Viper.
Lovely. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
21. It's not to do with flag ratios, is it? Because no. So let's go next.
No.
Yeah. Next, please. So we're going different sides. Oh, it's the vowels are in it. So Serbia's got so.
It is, yes.
So this country that has all 5 vowels in it.
Mozambique.
Okay, so
It's got all 5 vowels.
and what would it be? So it'd be
4, 1,
3,
5, 2.
Yeah.
4. Yeah.
Yeah. What? Go on.
Oh, don't make me go.
Yeah.
It will be 4,
Yeah.
1, 3, 5, 2, Mozambique.
Well, I have never wanted you more. I mean, you see how he says, like a chap who'll go downstairs to check what that weird noise was. Oh, don't make me do it. Right. 4, 1 thing. You didn't want to, and you did it anyway. Very well done. That is the right answer.
Whoa.
Countries with increasing number of vowels, and the number at the beginning is which vowel is it? So the fourth, the first, the third, the fifth. And
Can
the
you
second.
imagine
Very
how
well
many
done.
years would it take you to figure that out?
Also round.
Man.
Who's watching this show? What is the viewing
Me!
audience?
I'm watching it.
Are you watching it just because it's like psychedelic to watch, or do you understand the gameplay at all?
I'm starting to understand the gameplay. Did you understand that game? What they just did?
I didn't understand what the numbers had. I kind of almost understood
So
the
the
Mozambique
number
part.
I'll explain it very quickly. The number, the letter, the vowel E is the second vowel in A-E-I-O-U, right? So, and then A in Nepal is 1. So 2-1 is the E and the A in Nepal. 2-3-1 is the E, the I, and the A. But
Well, how do they get?
I get it now, but I'm not getting that when she shows me the first or second clue.
And they skipped the third clue.
They got to the last one because that's how you win.
So, reminds me of an escape room,
And they
but
had
without the fun.
Well, it's fun to me. And it's not fun. It's kind of like, it's kind of relaxing and like, it's just fascinating to watch people's brains work that way.
I prefer Deadly
So
Dilf.
thank you. Thank you, Derek.
This show just can't be about talking about numbers.
Oh, I got a new numbers guy drop this.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, that hurt. That hurt. My brain is still kind of in pain from that.
Let's check in with a zoomer, yeah?
Zo 149.
Gemma.
Let's see their wrath.
Gemma, show us your snowy lane there, whatever's going on.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, pretty good. How about you?
Not bad. I'm at work right now. I'm in Nova Scotia, so I can kind of see Tim if I squint really hard.
Hi there.
Um,
Are you a professional snowball maker?
Yeah, I am. I found something. It's
Oh.
time portal,
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
and I'm kind of. I just
don't
thought
get near
maybe
that.
you
Yeah,
could-
get out of there.
You'll go straight to the zone of interest.
Yeah, you'll
That's
go
that.
World War II. Don't do
Which
it.
side of the fence?
I haven't figured out how to activate it yet, but I thought maybe you could tell me where to go and what to do.
Oh.
Okay, let's go around the room. Doug, what time period should our guest, our friend, go? What's your name again?
Gemma.
Gemma? When should Gemma go?
Oh, you got
When should Gemma go?
You got
And I'll say points if you get it right.
I'm going to say 1980.
81, huh?
Start of the 80s. The 80s are a great decade. You're going to have a lot of fun there.
Sounds good.
I could have thought of something funnier if someone else went first.
I don't know. Like if I go back in time, would I see myself? Is that what it would be? I could see I don't know. I guess go see myself being born.
I haven't found out
That's
yet
what I'm
how it
gonna do.
works.
I want to see myself being
Moshe?
born.
I am going to send you back to, I'm trying to find the exact year, I think it's 1730, Paris, France, to watch the beginnings of the sign language system become invented by the French priest who saw two deaf sisters signing in an alley and realized that they were using language and created the signing systems of the modern world that eventually became my first language, which is covered in my new book, Subculture Vulture.
Moshe, that's fascinating.
Thank you.
But so these ladies were signing on their own without they essentially had made it up, or
so if you were before he created this school for the deaf system. If you were born deaf, the only deaf kid in a family, you just didn't get language. You didn't get communication other than a gesturing that you would figure out. But if you were born lucky enough to have genetic deafness in your family and have a sibling that was deaf, the two of you could create from within a language of two, just you passing back and forth language. And this priest walked by these two sisters, saw them signing, and realized for the first time that what that was real language, and he said to them, somehow he gestured to them, teach me how to sign so I can teach you how to take communion so you can get into heaven. And from that weird little witnessing of two people's language created the entirety of sign language system.
Is there one sign language in the world?
No. Most common question asked, and no, the answer is no. In fact, because American Sign Language, my mother tongue, comes from French Sign Language, from that system, I would, or mother hand, I guess. I would understand French Sign Language better than I would understand British Sign Language because that's how different they are.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is there accents like different parts of in the South? Do they kind of like?
Yes.
Really, they have a different accent.
Yeah, and in Brooklyn they do what Tim's doing. They do one of these.
this
Hey,
guy.
you fucking guy, you get over here. Yes, for sure there are Southern accents. I mean, it's not a Southern accent. It's not a spoken Southern accent, but it's different when there's a signer from the South than when there's a signer from Yankeeville.
Wow.
Wow.
I got to go with July 4th, 1776. I got to see that. I got to see that Declaration of Independence getting signed.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
Philadelphia, Independence Mall.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
Oh, you know where I would go?
What a sight to see.
I would go to September 11th, 2001.
Okay. So you don't forget?
So I could watch it again. No,
Doug.
so I would save. I would go to the airport. I would save.
Doug.
Building
I would
11 or
save. I would say. I would go. I would be like, don't get on the plane.
You tackle Mohammed Atta?
I would find that. I would find that jerk. I would make him stop. I would go back maybe to September 5th and get a little crack team together. Be like, you go to that airport. We're gonna go to these different flights.
I would go back in time and kill Hitler. That's what I'd do.
Well, I have to, did you ever read the book that Stephen King wrote about the JFK assassination? It's fantastic. It's the best time travel book ever written. 11/22/63, I think it's called. What about you, DJ?
I would say
You had a long time to think about this.
Yep.
Don't give me that.
I would say sometime in 40s or 50s, mid 1900s, just to kind of see what a new technology, back at the time of if the computer takes up the size of a room and you travel back in time and it's no, I have a whole computer in my pocket.
Oh, you
can bring your technology back.
You become the emperor of the world.
Yeah, just to show them, just to show them, man, what the fuck is this? It's it's a computer in your pocket. Just kind of seeing what they would say about certain technological advances like that.
You would become mighty in the past. Yeah, I like that.
But you're going to use that to do evil deeds?
Well, I wouldn't really tell you that, would I?
I don't know.
Thank you for all your suggestions. I appreciate it.
It's interesting nobody chose the future. Nobody wants to go to the future.
True.
I just want to live in the present. But that brings
All
up
right,
my
well, thank you,
my
everyone.
rec of the day. Thank you. My record
Yes, we have
today
recommendations.
is
I think my
the Time
recommendation's
Machine.
already out there. It's all on YouTube. Is the Only Connect show. You can watch every episode on YouTube.
Wild.
Give it a chance. It's
Go
fantastic.
watch the Time Machine from 1960. It's beautiful.
I've seen that. That's a great movie.
Yes, we do a thing now. We've got a rec center. Matt, where can people find the rec center?
Links on the Patreon is only for patrons.
And it's where we've been collating in a very clever and very ergonomically easy way to use all the recommendations that come out of this terrific show.
Thank you,
So,
Jesus.
Moshe, do you have anything for us?
Well, I'll obviously recommend my book, but I'll recommend another book too, just so it doesn't feel like a cheat. I read this year the funnest, best book series that I've read in probably a decade, which is the 3 Body Problems series, which is coming out on Netflix as a show if you're lazy. But it's like the best. It was one of the best reading experiences I've ever had. Like mind blowing, and I love it.
Tell me more about that. So it's a series of books?
It's 3 books. It's a trilogy written by a Chinese author, and it's very Chinese. And it's basically. I mean, I could give you a mild, near spoiler, which isn't much of a spoiler. Or should I not? Okay, I will.
No, don't.
What's it called again? What's it called?
Is it translated into English, or am I having to learn Chinese?
Here's actually no. That's a great question. Here's actually a really interesting factoid about the translation. The start of the book starts off with a really arresting scene. I won't tell you what it's about, but vaguely it's about the Chinese Revolution. And it's such an arresting cold open. It's like one of the best cold opens I've ever read in a book ever. And there was the Chinese translator that translated it into English. When he was translating it, that section was buried in the middle of the book, and he made an unusual, I read an article about this, he made an unusual suggestion to the author, I think we should pull it out and make it the opening of the book. And the author, who lives in China, said, that was the opening of the book, but the censors in China made me bury it in the middle of the book so it didn't feel like it was about a critique of the revolution. So the author says if you know Chinese and English, you should read the English version because it's actually more true to his original vision.
Get out. That's fantastic. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
DJ Harrison.
Yep.
Your recommendation, my friend.
My recommendation, which is for
anything.
Anything?
Music, books, TV shows, movies, games, ways of being, food.
I would say the song I played earlier today is from this French compilation from these songs from 1979 to 1986, and it's a name that I can't pronounce, which probably doesn't do me any good. But funny story about that album is I actually found out about that album from Tyler the Creator, because he like always is looking for obscure French shit. So it's actually my new single. It's by this band called Syntaxe, and you can find the compilation through there.
We'll track it down, Matt. Right?
Absolutely.
Anything else from the gang in there? I think we're at our 2 hour.
I wish I
mark.
could. I forgot to have something on deck.
Well, I'm on tour.
I'm sorry,
to
Doug.
recommend, but I have. I don't know if anyone recommended The Curse. I started watching The Curse.
I love it,
and I am enjoying it.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Have you seen it, Tim?
No.
Nathan Fielder's show that he did with.
Oh, I know what it is.
I did recommend it previously, Doug.
Oh, my bad.
It's already been recommended.
That's okay.
To
double.
I think I'm gonna go try to see. I'm gonna because I get a lot of time up here and it's cold and it's I think I'm gonna go see this new Godzilla movie. There's a Godzilla.
That's great.
I've heard that's really fun.
I also just saw
Matt. You have anything?
No, stick around though, because I think DJ's gonna hang out for the Drop concert today while Tim's away. We're gonna let them stretch out a little.
Moshe, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. I'm on tour, everybody. Come see me.
Oh, you're on tour. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was.
Oh, it's okay.
Go ahead. Keep
Not at all.
going.
I'm on tour. MosheKasher.com. I'm coming to a city near you. Thank you for having me, Tim. And boys, it's been a real pleasure.
Can I recommend something that hasn't been recommended? I know that we're trying to wrap it up here, but I saw Bambina last night at Zebulon, and she's great. I would check out Bambina.
Nice.
Bambina with an A.
Been wanting to get her on the show.
Got to get her on the show.
Got to get her on.
All right, Vic, how are you?
Oh, I'm great.
All right,
Do you want my-
we'll end it
do you
on,
want- I don't
on
really
that
have-
note.
I don't have anything.
DJ
Well, next
Harrison,
week, I
thank
think,
you to your.
Yeah, next week
Song
we'll
was
be dropping
beautiful.
the Sir Anthony video. That's all I've got going on here.
And we'll be back next week.
Check out my
Thank you
acting
all.
reel. I'm available. SAG-AFTRA.
Zone 149 16 Twine Thrips 49 64 Gun 100 121 Hun Floor Hun Skyn 196 2 Twive 256 2 Guy 3 Tor 3 Skun 4 Hun 441 484 5 Twine 576 6 Twive 6 Vix 729 784 841 900 9 Skun Zote Twor Zote Guy
I'm a human. I'm a man. I'm not an ape. I'm a real person. That's okay.
Is that okay to say?
Not 5, not 4, not 2, just 3. Fantastic then. Okay, thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, honey, baby.
I don't think I'm musically as gifted and brilliant as Brian is, but on the other hand, I don't think that he surfed. You know, I'm the surf word man, you know? So give me some do. You know, I wrote Catch a Wave, Hawaii, not to mention Be True to Your School, Surfing USA.